Okay, we're going to talk about the poisoning that's going on, the prevalent, yeah. Let's hope that doesn't get flagged by AI. So my channel isn't about pointing fingers and blame and separation and taking sides. That's not what this is going to do today. So I want to make it very clear that this is about the big changes that are happening right now, big ones. And as I shared with you, this is going to test all of us. It's real easy to go back into that world, that ignorant, low-density world where it seems okay. But I'm going to tell you today why you need to make this effort, because it could change absolutely everything in all of our lives. Let's talk about the poison of everything. Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through the fears and live an amazing life. I'm coming to some unbelievable realizations, just information that's coming in that's so clear, that makes so much sense. And I shot a video when everything became crystal clear. This isn't the prison planet. This is not a place where we come to try and change everybody and there's this big war on good and evil. It's none of that. Well, that's a component of it. I'm going to share with you what's going on. This is amazing. Okay, you ready for this? Before I start, I hope that you'll subscribe. Help our channels stay alive. Keep going, because I want to make a big impact on this planet. But only you can decide that. If you receive that and you take the action, that's what's going to be required right now. Everything I teach is based on breakthrough fear. Fear is not meant to be eliminated. Fear holds great purpose. Fear can be motivating. Fear is an experience. It's an experience. It's not to be judged. It's just something that we don't get to know in the other realms. It doesn't exist because it is part of density, and density is in the lower vibration illusions, the matrix that's been created on this planet. There have been a lot of them. You know, they are constantly changing. It's no one thing. Okay, it's an ongoing program, and we're the programmers, and when new programmers come in, the game changes. Just like any game. You know, how many people still play Pac-Man? Not very many. They're off to these, you know, amazing simulated games, and that's what's happening right now. We're elevating the Matrix game. Now let me share something with you. The breakthrough fear is very relevant to this video because fear is built in as the experience. It is not meant to be eliminated. It's not meant to. Otherwise, we would just be in euphoria, and we came from that. We came here to experience everything that is not that, and to bring that into this and experience the results of that also. We came here to experience the darkness. We did. Why would you ever come here? And why are people not changing it? They love the darkness. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you a little addicted to it? Yeah, are you changing your ways? Do you argue with people? Do you correct people? Do you believe that what you believe is right? And you correct people? Most people do it. I'm not here to correct you. I'm not here to say I'm right. I don't have any of the answers. And if you do, come on. Contact me. I'll get you on a podcast and we'll tell everybody this person has all the answers. Yay! No, nobody does. Because it doesn't exist. Why? Because everything's true. Because everything is a chosen experience that everyone gets to choose and live out. It's an adventure. Why do people, there's always somebody doing something to you. Nobody does anything to you. You participate. And you know, when you blame other people, now this is going to be tough for some of you. When you're blaming other people and pointing fingers, if you are not participating in that story at all, if you're not responsible for any part of that story, you need to take a real good look at where your thinking's coming from. Because you absolutely are part of it. It can't exist without your participation on some level. No one is one just innocent victim. There aren't any victims. They're just participants. Everything has divine purpose. You can't know it. All right, but when I see these situations with families and all these other things, I think, you don't even hear yourself of how you're fueling that in various ways. Can you change that? Of course you can. But you won't if you don't learn from it. I saw a child, this is not unusual, it's actually quite common. There's a pool out here and a beach right on the bay here. I'm on the Gulf of Mexico. And I frequently hear out of control, screaming children, having fits, yelling at the top of their lungs, out of control energy, and exhausted parents and grandparents that really aren't doing much about it. And of course, we all have to listen to that. Now, if you're a baby boomer or you're getting up in age, right? You know that that would not be acceptable years ago, yet now it's the norm. Now, Greg Braden did a video that I thought was really interesting, and he said we keep pushing that line of what we accept. It's just a little bit, and now we've gone into that tipping point. I discuss it in my book. If you haven't gotten the book, I think you're going to really love it. I'm getting great reviews. Why? Because I'm trying to explain to you what's out there that's so open, that is so beyond our comprehension, and that we have pushed ourselves into that experience of darkness and density, and we keep pushing that line of what it is to know it. And we can push it into destruction, but now we've pushed it so far that we are accepting the poison in everything. Those kids aren't just bad behaved kids, because now everybody's putting them, I know a lot of these children are on drugs. If they act this way, then let's do this to counterbalance this problem. But what's the root of it? The poison in everything. And we've pushed that. Oh, now we're going to spray our crops. Now we're going to do farm factory and torture animals and then put drugs in them and antibiotics and all these other things. And we have pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. And so one of my friends, and many of you have, and I've talked about this, in Italy, they will not allow American food or any products over there of any kind, foods, because they know that we're poisoned. We're poisoning ourselves, and this is part of a control mechanism. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is just how the egos manage things, right? So if you are in a relationship, and a lot of people talk about narcissists. What do narcissists do? They have control tactics. You know, you're always wrong, and then it's easier for you to stay in a certain position, right? And it does a number on you after a while, so you start to believe that you're the problem. And that's all that's going on. It's a control tactic of an ego. And so the further that this line gets pushed, and the United States is the number one culprit of this, not only pushes the line, but puts people in control that allow all of it, that keep secrets. Why are there ever secrets? When in our Constitution did we ever say that you could keep secrets? And these aren't I'm not talking about undercover, bull crap that's so stupid. The safety of our men. I hear people, they hear jets going by and they go, "Oh, it's the sound of freedom." I said, no, it's not. It's the sound of conflict. We don't need any of that unless we're in fear or there's conflict somewhere that we feel we have to protect ourselves. But we're programmed to say those things. Oh, this is good. This is good. Oh, bugs, let's smash a bug. Let's just kill bugs. They have no value in our world. You're so programmed you don't even know this. You don't even know it. You're going along with it. Let's plug in something into the wall that's plastic, that puts off some kind of a scent. And then let's just throw that plastic away. That puts off some scent in the room. That's toxic, that you're breathing into your lungs. Let's spray our counters with and kill things. We're imbalanced. We're killing all the things there. There's a nice balance here that we are killing off, and that's what cancer and that's what all kinds of other diseases represent. The imbalance. And so what do? We don't correct the poisons. We don't correct the poisonous society that allows people to talk to each other a certain way. It's allowed. It isn't on my platform, by the way. I do have that control. A lot of you say, well, YouTube is, getting rid of my comments. Think about your comments. What are you saying that would have to be eliminated? Is it bringing in controversy? Probably. Probably. I've never read a peaceful, loving comment that YouTube ever had a problem with. Sending links to somebody else's stance on something, more conflict and separation. This is right. Listen to this and listen to this. Not me. You. You are participating in the poison. Those kids are acting a certain way because everything they eat, how they're programmed with media, what they're told, their clothes, everything that's happening out there that's going into our oceans and our skies that they are living with, toxic. And they don't really have much of a chance, not in the physical world. Are you participating in it? Are you taking your kids to fast food restaurants? Are you eating stuff out of plastic and boxes and preservatives? It's poison. We accept it. You can buy stuff from other countries that don't include that. The other poison is the stress and anxiety that we have in our lives, of how we think about things. Death. We let it destroy us when there is no death. We will actually be heartbroken about it. Concern about our future, we're creating stories in our head that are toxic, and then we manifest them in our lives. My purchases are number one. If you guys go down the description, Blue Land, my Blue Land affiliate link, took me a year for them to accept me. They want people who are serious about this. No plastic, no toxins, so you can clean everything in your house and your clothes without all that stuff, and it doesn't pollute our water systems. We've got to make a stand. How are your kids acting? How are you feeling? What's going on with you physically that you feel like maybe there's something else going on that you can clean up and change? It has to start now. Meditation is mandatory. You have to go into that space and train yourself to shut down the chatter. That ego will take charge. And instead of breaking through fear, you're going to retreat into it. And you're going to allow it to control you. And you'll start pointing fingers and saying what's right and what's wrong. And you're going to hate your family. And there's no forgiveness or love, and none of that. None of that is going to take us to a beautiful space with the experience of density. That's still going to exist. That's the whole point of being here. So that screaming kid out there, $10, that kid's on drugs. Oh, screaming. I saw Grandma and Grandpa take him off. Yeah, did you take your medication today, Billy or Jane? Here you go, honey. We're the problem. No one else is. We're totally responsible for this. So I hope you'll support that of positive change. Keep your mind open. You don't have to judge anything or anyone. If it's not for you, walk away. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.